We all thought living among the royals was all about the dynasties of a lavish lifestyle. Well, it turns out that living in the royal family is more complicated than it appears on television. It's all a show. Honestly, being a royal is difficult. It's stressful and demanding. Even with the riches they amass, I would be somewhat skeptical in wishing to become one. These royals are subjected to several highly stringent, occasionally funny laws governing everything from diet and attire to their hairstyles. Imagine being controlled on what you eat and wear. It's unbelievable. Some of the laws we will look at might shock and amaze you altogether. Some are quite insane and rather ridiculous. Surely after watching this video, you might think twice about ever wishing to become a member of the royal family. Royals occasionally add their names to guest books or special notes, including comments affixed to wreaths. However, you will never see them do so when on a walkabout. Due to the possibility of falsifying the signature, this long-standing rule is still in effect for all royals. In the past, Prince Charles has been recorded gently declining a fan and adding, "Sorry, they don't allow me to do that." It's so unfortunate. The king is legally allowed and entirely within his rights to cast a ballot. However, the UK Parliament's website states that while it is not legal, it is unconstitutional for the monarch to participate in elections. The king is required to remain totally neutral with respect to political affairs and does not vote or stand for election in his capacity as head of state. Because of this, the king and other royal family members will never publicly express their political opinions. To prevent any monarch from exploiting their influence to manipulate political opinion or laws, it all goes without saying that royals are not permitted to take political office. It's commonly frowned upon for female royals to sit with their legs crossed at the knee, even if it's not legally against the rules. Crossing at the ankle is acceptable because the legs must be maintained together at the knees. The Duchess slant refers to Kate's preferred posture, in which she slants her legs to one side while keeping her knees and ankles close together. They are in a more modest position and provide the appearance of longer legs. When attending engagements, Princess Diana was renowned for sitting like Meghan did when she joined the royal family. Even though they like their tea time, you won't often witness royal family members drinking tea in public. To them, it's an appropriate etiquette to grab the top of the cup handle with their thumb and index finger and only take drinks from that one area in order to avoid multiple lipstick smears. Although there isn't a formal rule in existence, it is recommended that heirs avoid booking the same flights to preserve their royal bloodline. You have undoubtedly seen direct heirs traveling together countless times in the past, but they are required to get permission from the king, who has the last say in the matter. Men must bow to the monarch while addressing them, whereas ladies customarily curtsy. It's not necessary to make elaborate or prolonged gestures. A quiet bow or curtsy would do. One could probably count on one hand the number of occasions a royal has freely stopped to snap a selfie with a fan. Prince William once complied with a student's request by snapping a selfie with her on Christmas Day at Sandringham in 2014. But often, when out in public and acting in their official capacities, royals respectfully decline photo requests since they are frequently preoccupied with an engagement. They usually only appear in selfies when they unintentionally photobomb one. Queen Elizabeth II set a precedent that encouraged royals to keep their hands to themselves. Because of this, you hardly ever see Kate Middleton and Prince William holding hands, or even sharing a kiss in public. On the other side, it's obvious that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were not under as much pressure to follow this procedure. They hardly consume shellfish. Due to the increased risk of food poisoning, many royals accepted this rational recommendation rather than a decree. Moreover, eating garlic is prohibited. It is said to be discouraged with numerous interactions between official visitors to avoid any unpleasant foul breath. When King George VI, Queen Elizabeth's father, passed away from lung cancer in 1952, she and Prince Philip traveled to Kenya. Queen Elizabeth had to wait till she received a suitable black attire before landing in Britain, as she was rushing back to England. Since then, it's believed that royals must always bring a black outfit with them when they travel abroad to prevent incidents like this from happening again. The family's most senior royals must obtain the monarch's approval before getting married. The Royal Marriages Act of 1772 stipulates that the king must officially approve any prospective bride or groom for senior royals. Following the announcement of an engagement, certain senior royals may decide to conduct a formal press conference. During their public appearances and international tours, the royals receive hundreds of gifts from well-wishers, but there are restrictions on what they can and cannot take. The 2003 gifts policy states that no gifts, including hospitality or services, should be accepted which would or would appear to place the member of the royal family under any duty to the donor, unless they are given as a souvenir of an official visit to the enterprise's facilities to honor a royal marriage or other unique personal occasions. Gifts offered by businesses in the UK are typically ignored. The monarchy will supposedly fall if there aren't at least 6 ravens left at the enormous fortress. So, 7 birds are currently living at the tower. Does this make sense? Let's say it's their tradition, and it should be respected. Tiaras are officially only worn by married members of the royal family, which is why Kate Middleton and Meghan Markle never wore them until their respective weddings. If a lady was wearing a tiara, it indicated that she was engaged and not looking for a spouse, and that males should gently refrain from hitting on her. Tiaras have long been seen as a status symbol. Since she was made the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton has been pictured wearing numerous pieces of royal family jewelry. While traveling, the royals will undoubtedly be offered refreshments, but they usually pack their own. Moreover, the bodyguards for the royal family are in charge of their alcohol take. The royals can indulge in a bit of alcohol safely and without worrying that their drinks have been tampered with. Even though it necessitates packing a little extra luggage, it sounds like a stress-free way to unwind. Ever wonder why Prince George's adorable little legs are on display so frequently? Get ready to see even more of the kneecaps of his younger brother over the following years because boys in the royal family often wear shorts entirely until they are 8 years old. It is considered a rite of passage dating back to the 16th century. The little prince will probably continue to wear shorts in the future. George made headlines at his Uncle Harry's wedding in May 2018 when he appeared on the scene in a smart pair of trousers, marking the first time he's been spotted wearing them in public. Typically, pants are only worn by young adults and mature males in the family. Although it may not be mentioned in any royal histories, the family is reportedly barred from playing Monopoly, and the justification will make you smile. Prince Andrew received the traditional board game during an official engagement just before Christmas 2008. He explained, "Monopoly is not permitted to be played at home. It becomes overly aggressive. The Queen's annual Christmas celebrations in Sandringham are rumored to have grown very chaotic, and Monopoly must have gotten too cutthroat to handle." Some of these rules seem simple and easy to follow, but you surely can't imagine the stress some of these royals have because of them. I mean, Monopoly is off limits? One would assume they should be the ones creating their own rules, not following them. Then again, I was never one for selfies either. Anyway, what do you think about these rules, and which among them surprised you the most? On a scale of 1 to outrageous, I don't even know where to begin. If it's more royal family fun you're looking for, check out the next video on screen.